Hello again, this is attorney Mark Bruner on Talking Texas Law, and today's question is?
In Texas, what is the difference between a DUI and a DWI?
Okay, well, in some states, a DWI, or driving while intoxicated, is a charge that results when someone is accused of driving under the influence of alcohol, where a DUI, driving under the influence, is charged when a driver is alleged to be under the influence of drugs. So real simple, DWI, alcohol, DUI, drugs. However, here in Texas, of course, things aren't quite that simple. We give it our own little Texas twist. And so there's a difference between DWI and DUI here in Texas. And really it hinges on two factors. The first factor being the age of the driver, and the second factor being the level of intoxication exhibited by that suspect, by that defendant. Let's start first by talking about DUI here in Texas, driving under the influence. It's a very specific charged offense. It only takes effect if someone is under the age of 21 and they are driving with any detectable amount of alcohol in their system. So it doesn't have to be fancy. Even if the officer simply just smells alcohol on that under 21-year-old driver, they can charge DUI here in Texas. It doesn't have to be an intoxicating amount of alcohol in that person's system. Just really any detectable amount of alcohol is sufficient for an underage, under 21-year-old driver to be charged in Texas with DUI. Now, DUI is a Class C misdemeanor. That's the lowest level misdemeanor we have here in Texas. It's punishable by only up to a $500 fine. And very importantly, it cannot result in any jail time. Fine only, up to $500. For a DUI also, there is the risk of a driver's license suspension anywhere between 60 days to 180 days, depending on how many other alcohol-related offenses that defendant may have in their past. So DUI, Class C misdemeanor, fine-only offense. Let's talk now about DWI in Texas, driving while intoxicated. That offense is charged when someone is driving on a public road, operating a motor vehicle in a public place, and they are exhibiting intoxication, meaning impairment. They're not normal. They either don't have the normal use of their mental or physical faculties because of the introduction of alcohol, drugs, a dangerous drug, or a combination of those things, or they have a blood alcohol content of 0.08 or higher. So again, in Texas, it doesn't really matter whether it's alcohol, drugs, a combination, some kind of a mixture, whatever. If someone has anything in their system that's making them impaired, meaning not normal, that's considered intoxication. So behind the wheel with one of those substances or a combination therein, you risk DWI in Texas. Now let's talk about the consequences of a DWI. Now, whereas that DUI is a Class C misdemeanor, a DWI in Texas starts out at a Class B misdemeanor, a little bit more serious offense. It carries a range of punishment between 0 to 180 days in jail, and a possibility of or up to 2 years probation, and a possibility of a $2,000 fine. Now, also there is a risk of another driver's license suspension with a DWI. So again, you see that the consequences are upped a little bit between DUI, Class C, DWI, Class B. Also, that is just really for your first offense in DWI. In Texas, your second offense is considered a more serious Class A misdemeanor, and a third offense, you're looking at a possible felony with the potential of prison time. So the stakes keep getting higher as someone gets a DWI on their record. Now, please take care and note that if you're under 21, don't think that you can only get charged with that lower level DUI. If the officer on the side of the road thinks that you are exhibiting the symptoms of a true DWI, that you are impaired, they can certainly charge you with that higher level offense. So watch out. So as always, take care, be careful, watch what you do consume, and always drive safe. As always, the disclaimer is this video is being offered for informational and educational purposes only. This is not a legal consultation, and this is not to be construed as giving you legal advice. Once again, this is attorney Mark Bruner, and thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time on Talking Texas Law. Thanks, y'all.